My attitude was angry, mean, upset, anything that's like not good, I guess. Just doing drugs every day, stealing. Cops were constantly knocking on my door.
Started pursuing girls, and money, and drugs. By the time I was 16, I was doing drugs every day. I was smoking, I was popping pills and snorting cocaine on a regular basis. It was just my regular life. I started doing really bad in school. My parents noticed that I wasn't coming home, like weekends and stuff. I would just stay out the entire weekend. I started getting in a lot of trouble with my parents. They started threatening to send me away, but I never thought they would. My life was completely empty. I didn't have any joy in it. All I was doing is pursuing drugs.
Teen Challenge works with troubled boys who come from a variety of different backgrounds. They're boys with anger issues, they might be oppositional, defiant, they might have drug and alcohol problems. Sometimes they've been involved in delinquency and they're in trouble with the law. And we provide faith-based, Christ-centered intervention that is powerful beyond normal counseling. I mean, God is able to transform lives in a way that traditional counseling cannot. And often as these boys receive Christ, as they get to know God personally, we see that transformation take place. That's what really brings the difference in their lives.
Teen Challenge Ranch is just the different backgrounds that kids come from. You know, we have kids that come from all across the U.S. and they come in and, some of them have been abused, some of them have been through divorce, their parents have, and they grow up in that rejection. We have kids that have been adopted and kids that are deep in drug abuse because they don't know how to deal with life.
The guys that we get here come from a lot of different backgrounds. They sometimes come from very affluent families, sometimes they come from families in poverty, sometimes they are drug addicts, sometimes they've experimented with drugs, sometimes they are just in defiance with their family, they're in delinquency, they're in trouble with the law. We have all kinds of different guys, but all of them have a need, all of them are troubled, all of them have some area in their life that they need healing from, and that's what we provide.
Them come in and be, defiant and oppositional and not wanting anything to do with God and not wanting anything to do with Teen Challenge staff.
When I first got to Teen Challenge, I hated everybody there. Everyone seemed so happy and they didn't have drugs. I didn't understand how they could be so happy.
I was angry and I was mean to them, cussing at them, rude, like just really mean. And they would just love on me and do kind things for me constantly. I would say something horribly rude and they would just bless me and tell me that it's okay, and that I could do better, and just like always uplifting. And it just like started to sink in, and I wanted to know why they were like that.
It's nothing less than supernatural. God is able to transform the heart and the attitude and the mind in a way that no one else can. And that's really what we're about. We are truly a Christian, Christ-centered program.
Finally, through going to chapels and learning about Jesus from all the staff here and the happiness and the way they lived, I started changing the way I lived. I started actually giving my life to God. I was never happy before, unless I was high. And now, I'm happy pretty much all the time. If I have a bad day, at the end of the day, I'm thankful. I'm thankful I could have today not on drugs. I could have today living for God.
I was just standing there, like worshiping God, and I'm like, I could have this feeling of being close to God. I feel like He is right beside me forever, for the rest of my life.
If you have Jesus in this world, you have everything. You can have all the money and drugs and girls and sex that you want in this world, but you still have nothing. If you have Jesus, you have everything.
Teen Challenge Ranch of Northwest Arkansas offers teens a structured environment, individual, group, and family therapies, biblically based intervention classes, outdoor adventure program, and adventure-based learning, equine assisted therapy and horsemanship, private Christian school with fully accredited classes, tutoring and GED preparation, vocational classes and work training, Bible studies and character development, an active recreational program.
Right now we have 28 students. And if you walk around campus and you get to go in the different parts of the program, you can see that we're just cramped and that we don't have room to do a lot of the things that are necessary to help these guys, overcome their situations. In our classroom, we have 21 desks, and it's always kind of a flip-flop trying to get students in there. We're lacking space to do group therapy and have different group sessions, and building this new building would not only help our current students, but it would just be an opportunity to help so many more students in the future. We could expand the number of students we take in every year and just continue to see the change that God does in these guys when they come in.
We need a new chapel, and we need a new kitchen and dining facility. We need counselor offices.
I think it goes back to that God's here, that there's a spirit here that brings healing, and we need a place that's worthy of that. That we need to build something that's worthy of what God's doing here on this ranch and on this property. And not only that, but because God's here, because this is such an amazing place, because there's such a strong presence of God, that we need to expand so that we can bring more people into that we can do that for more students. Right now we're at 28, but we have a vision for much, much bigger things. And I think that this building is going to help to take us there.
Hi, my name is K.D. Hill. I would like to take a minute and say thank you from the Board of Directors of Teen Challenge Ranch of Northwest Arkansas. I'd like to thank you for your time as you take a few minutes and evaluate our programs and our campaign. Also, I'd like to thank you in advance for possibly investing in the future of Teen Challenge Ranch of Northwest Arkansas. The campaign itself, which is moving forward to meet the need, we need to raise $2 million to build a new building that will house a new sanctuary, a new industrial kitchen, many new classrooms, and right now we currently house 28 boys, and we need to grow our facility. We're able to house 80 boys. We're turning down young men every single day because we just don't have the room. So it's vital that we have you as a partner in the future to help facilitate this new building. Whether you give $1,000 or $100,000, we simply can't do it without you. It's very, very important that we have you involved in this program. So I'd ask that you consider in your heart what the Lord would have you do, and ask that you would consider to be a partner with us and allow us to also move forward in the future to meet the need. And again, we say thank you.